Bill Zeltman, the real estate guru, coming at you here. If you look closely over my shoulder, you will see our mascot here. We call him Ralphie. He's a baby alligator that lives behind our office here in Tampa Palms at our Century 21 affiliated office. But I wanted to come to you today, and Ralphie's listening in, and hopefully he'll hone his prospecting skills. I want to talk to you a little bit more about prospecting. In our last video, I talked about the fact that you have to be an advocate for your prospecting, and that you should be scheduling at least 3 hours a day of prospecting. What I want to talk to you about today is who are you prospecting for? The top realtors in our country, and in Canada too, they prospect. They spend 75% to 80% of their time prospecting for sellers. Well, why sellers and why not buyers? Well, the fact is as a top realtor, one thing to understand is that you work with sellers and you play with buyers. What does that mean and why? Well, let's talk about why. If you have listings, you control the market. If the market's hot, if the market's cold, if you have an inventory of homes, a good inventory, a good number of houses, 10, 15, 20, 25 listings, no matter whether the market's hot or the market's cold, houses still sell, right? And if you have a good number of listings in your inventory, you're even in the slowest of times, you're going to be selling properties. And when you're selling properties, and you're going to be selling properties more consistently, because if you continue to keep your inventory level where it is, always getting more listings and keeping that inventory number up, you're always going to have sales. So that just makes sense. The second reason is, you can work with a buyer. They'll take you, they'll drain you, they'll run you around. You'll go out and see properties 5, 6, 10, 12, 20 times. I've heard people tell stories even worse than that. And you'll work with these buyers. Maybe you finally find them a house. Maybe if not, they wasted your time at a time where you could have gotten 3, 4, 5 more listings, which of 5 listings, probably at least 4 of them would have sold. So let's take this another step, though, and look at it the other way. The other thing is you could possibly finally put them under contract. Now, 2 weeks before closing, they go do something stupid like go finance a car. They're no longer approved. Reverse that situation. It's your listing, and the other agents go and they're running, doing all the work. They're putting the contracts together. They're sending you this. They're sending you that. They're going on a home inspection. All the stuff they have to do to get ready to close. God forbid that same scenario, the person buys a car, and now what happens? That person's totally out of sale. You're not totally out of sale, and here's why. That house is still available and still in the market. Another buyer's agent is going to bring a buyer to that property. Or maybe you'll get a buyer from it, and you know what? They're the buyers you want. They're a byproduct of your listings. The second thing about listings, or another thing about listings I should say, is the fact that they're great advertising agents. You can put a billboard, you can use Facebook ads, you can use all the tactics that we use and spend a ton of money on your marketing. Nothing is more powerful to market you, market your brand, and market who you are than having a listing. That listing's on all the social media websites, it's on Zillow, it's on Truly, it's on Realtor.com, it's on your personal brand. You've got a sign in the yard. If you run an open house, you've got that going on, and everything has your name and your face showing that you're a top realtor in the area selling this house. Work for listings. Buyers and getting buyers is just a byproduct of getting listings. All of your marketing out there should be to try to get more listings. So this is Bill Zeltman, your real estate guru, reminding you need to prospect 3 hours a day, and that your prospecting time should be spent trying to get listings. Build that inventory. If you can get your inventory to 26, 26 properties, and it's going to take some work, and that's okay. It's worth the work. Stay at 26 properties. If half of those properties sell, they're 6-month agreements, and you stay at 26, you will sell 26 houses a year without ever working with a buyer. That's a closing every other week. If you do that, you're going to be a top realtor. You're going to win Circle of Excellence, and you're going to call and thank me. Bill Zeltman, your real estate guru. We'll see you next time.